Hot stuff coming through.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian, and today we're playing with Ozai, the Phoenix King. This is a 7/7 with Trample, Haste, and Firebending 4. And at 6 mana, that's a lot of damage coming through really fast. And if you manage to bank 6 or more mana, he becomes flying and indestructible, which means that you can play with other Firebenders to load up on mana, save it, because your unspent mana doesn't go away, and then use it to burn your opponents. I built this deck to be fairly aggressive, using ramp that's also able to do some damage, and a couple of creatures that are going to be eking out, hits to our opponent's face while we keep them under control using a couple of discard and kill spells, and then finish them off with Ozai. This deck even has damage doublers like Bloodletter of Aclazotz and Twin Flame Tyrant, because I don't want to deal 7 damage, I want to deal 14 damage to my opponent's face. And we totally can in this deck. This is also a deck that's running lots of cool cards that are from the set. The Rise of Sozin, Legend of Roku, and of course, the Firebenders, because, well, it's a good way to spend your mana. Or you could just use it to cast an extra Lightning Bolt on your opponent's face, or an Electro Dominance to cast something else at your opponent's face. In this deck, though, it's all about hitting our opponents where it hurts, trying to get that damage in, and getting rid of our opponent's blockers. It also has a couple ways to take extra turns, including infinite extra turns if you have enough Firebending, which this deck can absolutely provide. So let's take Ozai into the queue and see how much we can burn our opponents. Goshentai of Life's Origin. This is a Shrines commander that makes shrines when it enters. I have some cool mana acceleration, a little bit of removal here, and a potential mana sink later. I like that I have ramp, so yeah, I'll keep this. Got ramps and removals. They have 5-color shrines. Yeah, I'd say Goshentai in like 1v1 is better as an Enchantress deck than Heibai is, because it itself is an enchantment, but probably a little bit more difficult to use as a Shrines commander, since it doesn't guarantee as much value. Ooh, Agadeem's Awakening. I'm gonna put that to the bottom. Zookeeper Mechan. I'm going to accelerate my mana. Well, they too are accelerating their mana. Well, guess what? I can also, once again, accelerate my mana! Go, Chandra! Attack their life points directly. Oh yeah, I can't cast that. Decline! Bop them! Next turn I can play Ozai. I think last turn I technically also could have played Ozai, Dark Ritual into Ozai. But I like playing Chandra a lot because, like, Goshentai is gonna come down. That gives me... It gives me more options. What you got? A bigger variety of threats. Alright, if I go for post-combat... I like doing this more, actually.
This is gonna hurt.
Chop! Howdy! Daily Archive. Drop Brotherhood's End. I mean, they'll never see it coming. They swing at Chandra. Vanquish the hordes! Okay. Welcome back, Ozai. Let's see. Ozai! I could use another 7 damage to their face. Bonk! Is there a way to convert this mana into mana of any color? Not in the deck. Okay. Kami War. Who do you hit? They already know I have ribbons, though. No, my mana! 1, 2, 3. Yippee! Hey, why didn't you leave my counterspell mana up? You gave me that counterspell. GG Goshintai. Gut, True Soul Zealot, is one of the most kill-on-sight commanders because she turns any creature or artifact into 4/1 skeletons that, on top of everything else, have menace. They come into play tapped and attacking, and they are so hard to deal with. I'm just gonna be saving some removal for Gut. And in the meantime, I know what I want. I want to set up things, maybe do some fear missing out. Ooh, Grain Trade Heist, that's good extra combat. Ooh, what if I had 2 extra combats? Imagine. Let's discard Fatal Push. Again, I'm saving just the Bitter Triumph for this. I didn't want to save, like, Fetch into Fatal Push, because I want something that's just nice and easy. Lets me play on curve. They suplexed my fears. Man, I wish I could suplex my fear. Just like in general. Come here, Gut. Oh no, they're going for Inti. And Kellen. Look at all these nice mono red aggro cards. They're climbing that aggro crag. I have 2 board wipes in the deck. If I play Legend of Roku, I get Ozai next turn. Oh, I get Ozai next turn anyway. Still holding up that Bitter Triumph. As I said before, you should be afraid of Gut. I will pay 3 life because I want my extra combat. Dang, imagine getting all modes on this. That'd be so rad. Unfortunately, she comes out again next turn. But I don't think I'm dead. Develop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, yeah, do flip the Iron Crag. And I'm gonna play Legend of Roku. Save the Great Train Heist for next turn. Yeah, I believe they are close to lethal, but not at lethal, which is all I need. Yeah, just red's not that good at killing 7/7s. Oh my god, they didn't get another land too. Even better. Yeah, normally I would say that Iron Crag is just kind of an extra click in a lot of decks. But for this situation, it's going to be lethal. It's going to be 3 additional damage. We're taking the extra combat next turn. They're going to die. Add 1 mana of any color. Okay. You have more mana of any color. Let's swing on in. Hey, you want to block? It doesn't matter. And I'll do all of these, because I don't think I've ever gotten to do all of them before. Yay! Yeah, get him, King! Whee! Look at all that mana. Alelia's like, Yeah. It's good, right? GG Gut. Raphaelos Llanowar Emissary. I've got discard spells and I've got 1 removal spell, which is important because Fellows comes down before I can do much of anything, and then he generates an absurd amount of mana. See what else they have in their hand. A Nissa and Paradise Druid. I'll hit the Nissa. They do have a fetch land, and that would get them another Elf or Elemental. And I do not want them ever hitting, like, a Shaya in their deck, because Rafellos then becomes a land. And taps for even more. Hey, wait, that's not a forest. Rafellos, who only taps for 1 mana, I guess. I will kill Rafellos. And I will seize their thoughts. And I'm gonna hit the Thorn Mammoth. Because, like, hitting this doesn't make that much of a difference. In 2 turns, they get Rafellos back anyway. So now it's just kind of like, do they manage to draw the things they're ramping into? I'll drop the plain old land. We're getting to the point where I just kind of want to thin my deck. Nice, and I got some removal. Hi, Rafellos, again. They're tapping. I'll crack this open. And surveil. Ooh, Overlord. Don't mind if I do. Probably go for Impending and kill Rafellos. Let me do this first in case I mill the goods. Nice Acklezotz, this, that, and the other thing. Ooh, the thing that makes the ninjas. Yeah, I'm gonna put that into hand. I'm gonna get 2 combats out of this. But I'm just killing this. Pop. Now swing for 4. Whee! Do it again! It's a pretty Paradise Druid. It is! It is a pretty Paradise Druid. Topiary Stomper gets them another land, and it will allow them to fully station a Vendo. It puts them at 6 lands, so this can't block yet. Nice. They're swinging! Ooh, Rise of Sozin. On the second hit is when I'll do that. And I can hold Return to Favor. But I think it's better for me to, like, do some discarding, probably of this, to look for a land. Didn't find one, darn. They got plenty of mana now. Vorinclex. Yeah, because I wanted another land so I could potentially get to Rise of Sozin. Hey, well, that's 10 damage. Arena of Glory. This is the counters Vorinclex. Yeah. I'll just swing in with the Swarm Saboteur. Thank you, Vorinclex. Go, my chump beetles! They don't even have cards to discard. I don't care. I like it's like, yeah, what if we held a Electro Dominance? Do it then. Beastie Boy. Into Vorinclex? Or, sorry, into Rafellos? Yeah, that makes sense. Up. Yeah. Come on, land. Nice. Okay, so That gives me Ozai, Electro Dominance for lethal. Perfect! That's what I wanted! I don't even care how I attack. They are not triple blocking him, which is... I would have stopped it with the Electro Dominance. More! More! Oh, and, no. Wait. Oh, let's do it for 6. That sounds cool. Okay, wait. 5, 6. And then Sozin's Comet will destroy Ozai. It doesn't actually resolve, but I get to put it on the stack. That's cool. Garland, Knight of Cornelia, is a combo deck looking to fill up the graveyard by surveilling and surveilling and surveilling until it essentially storms off. I believe that it uses, what is it? Breach? I think it's a Breach combo. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm full of sneezes. Goodness. Sorry. Bless up. Thank you. Fox Amber, get those triggers. Gee. Alright, I'm gonna cut down Garland. And swing, and swing, and swing, and swing, and swing. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. Oh, they didn't get a land. Uh-oh. I mean, good for me, bad for them. I kind of want to double damage here, but I could save this. Or I could do it now. Let's do it. Double the damage, double the fun. Show me your secrets. Show me your secrets. Board wipe? Never! Playing Shelly. It was her edict, Mr. Krabs. She was very dead. Bristly Bill the Spine Stower. Stower? Yeah, sure, he stows spines. I have ramp in this hand, so I'm gonna keep this. Also, on turn 1. Now, if I were going second, I'd be able to get this into play. I'm not, that's fine, have a monkey. Bristly Bill, landfall. Puts counters on things. It's a good landfall commander. Elf! Hold up. Spike it! Nice. Swinging with the Ragavan. Probably nothing worth stealing. Ooh, Gallagreeters, though. That can also be kind of ramp. I could play the Strike Master. But free Gallagreeters? I can't turn down a free Gallagreeters. You kidding me? It's free. Attack with Ragavan. They don't trade. I have a Kolaghan's man to kill that too. Man, going first made a huge difference here. Oh, Amy, you don't need that Pawk. But you do really want that Pawk. I'm not going to be able to kill this with the cards that I have, but this will stop him from existing. Yeah, alright, that's cool. That's cool, GG. Nicol Bolas, God of Pharaoh, a classic favorite of mine. This is the Crime Commander, or if you aren't as fun as me, it's just Grixis Control. But the best part about it is its +2 ability. If you use the +1 ability, you should be prevented from ever playing this commander. In fact, if I had full control over all of Digital Arena, I would errata this card to not have a +1. Does that make sense? No. Would I do it anyway? Yes. I know what I like, and it's not that. So, yeah, I'm gonna Overlord, do some self-milling, and set up for some value. Alright, cool. Liliana. Yeah, there's also no -12. The +1 only exists if your opponent is hexproof and there's no targets for the -4. Or protection. Play the Field of Ruin. Give it the old tibbity-tabbity. And play some bones! Hello, yes, this is Bones. Dismember. Well, I can tell you it's not my list, because I don't run Dismember. Though life is a resource. And man, they're paying a lot of it. The frog. Liliana. Trick Serenade. I was like, is it Spell Pierce? I know it's something. That's why I didn't like bolt this in first. Yeah, I think this is just Grixis, like, control. It's not Grixis crime. It's not as cool. No frog. Please no drawing cards. But there's a crime card. I mean, it does also just work with the +2. Bolting that in. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. They must be leaving up 1 blue for something. Well. Human! That'll work. Ozai! I need you to go, Zai! There we go. Now we're in main. Bio also banks red mana. You think they could have maybe started with the list and then subbed out just for other good cards they have? Possible. What do you think they're grabbing? Board wipe? Dark Ritual? I only did some of this damage to them. I hit them with Ozai. They didn't let me Emperor of Bones reanimate this, hit them for 8. Terminate. Okay. Who's getting terminated? Is it Ozai? I assume it is. The frog gets to draw. Hail. Stock up. Okay, cool. I have lethal. Thanks to Bio, who's Electro Dominance, and Kolaghan's Command. Oh, maybe I'll even push the frog just to make me feel better about myself. Yeah, I think I will. Oh, one sec. I gotta do, push the frog. It's just 1 for 1. Then this for 5, using the Kolaghan's Command. Perfect. Yorian, Sky Nomad. It's a big blinky birdie. I have good removal, but I'm not even sure if that's what I need here, since oftentimes they'll be using Enter the Battlefield and counter spells, which these don't really make a difference for. And also banking that mana, less important. I like this, though. Firebending Student with the Aggravated Assault. Slasher. All of these can put together for an infinite attack. I will start by... Well, I guess I should have used the other land. Just cracking this open and putting something potentially in the graveyard. Let's see. Rakas Theater. Okay, Blood Crypt, keep it on top. I go for the firebending student. I don't even have anything to use the red mana at instant speed, but the prowess can be a pretty good threat. Okay. There's a blinkable. They're gonna get to look at my non-land cards in hand, so these 4, and have one of them. When I cast it, they will draw a card and gain 3 life. They chose Talisman. Flasher. Trapped in the screen. Flasher goes to jail. You will get to draw a card. I will get my prowess trigger. I seize your thinks. By the way, dropping their creatures and reanimating them under my control isn't the best, since things like Charming Prince can actually, like, put them back under my control. Let's see. Dang, I wouldn't be able to have enough to reanimate. I could reanimate and kill the Wingbright Thief. That could be worth it. I could also just drop the Wash away to make this more likely to resolve. Yeah, I'll drop the Wash away. This, you can only use the mana during a sorcery speed step. That's why it works with Ozai. Charming Prince. They're blinking a bird. Ah! They're gonna draw some cards. Land. All right, they hit the aggravated assault. I'm going for Ozai. Five. Like, I know the cards they have in hand. Now I don't. Okay, they got a land. So they could Yorion and swap what is exiled here. I'm wearing the same shirt in the Barrett and Ozai video. Yeah, because I recorded them on the same day. That's the real trick. Hey, the Slasher's back! They get to see that reanimate again. Who goes to jail? Ozai goes to jail. Yes, please. Actually, I guess I could have gone for something else, but I think this works just fine. I am slashing over here. Eh. Okay. They're like, oh, yeah. Can I see what's in your hand? Alright, big bouncies, little bouncies, card draw blinkers. If I were them, I'd probably be casting Jill next turn, or Meringue. Just putting that back in their hand. Yeah, they ended up getting some bouncers. By the way, Airbend also returns permanents under its owner's ability to cast. Okay, Avatar's Wrath. They get those cards back. My hand's empty, so I feel like you might just go for Yorion Blank. Trapped in a Screen can hit enchantments, I think. Yeah, so they could have that, grab the Aggravated Assault. And I can't cast things from outside of my hand, like my commander. A tragedy. Oof, Panharmonicon. Gonna go for the dubs. Wing Bright Thief. They're gonna see my Great Train Heist. It's an extra combat. Bonk. Okay, land. Ozai. I know you don't have Wash Away, but you could have something else. Do you? To draw... They'll get to gain 6. Okay. Is that worth it? Yep. Because it will untap the Slasher, too. Yeah, gain your life. They will go to 17, but they're at kind of a 16. Kind of an 18. Hey, Professor Olmstead, thank you for the 66-month resub. See if I can get this guy, Ozai. Finish this guy off. Answer? Not quite. I go to 2. And they can get a lot of value next turn. Also, can they... No, they don't have a creature land. I was like, can they kill me? No, that's a Mysterized Village. And I counterspell tech. Let's see. If they... Soul Herder, they can flicker this to flicker where that is. To hit, say, Slasher. Bouncing these into hand. Bouncing this is important because it does not have haste. This does have haste, though, so you just need enough blocking power. Meringue River Region is enough blocking power. It's an incredibly powerful piece of blockitude. All right, they're putting this and this back in my hand. If I cast this again, it will gain them life. Oh. Mm-hmm. My floating mana, it's gone! You want me to just bolt them off the top? Oh, wouldn't that be so good? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm one short of being able to do both. Ozai. I'll take the trade. Just kidding, it's not a trade. Hold up, I need to put full control mode on. I learned this before the hard way. It does not always hold your mana for you. There we go. Indestructible Ozai. Hi. 1. They can get so much value. 1 HP, 1 dream. Can they either kill me, take extra turns, because that would also kill me, or just pillow themselves enough to win? I know they can get rid of Ozai, but then we have the haste on Arena of Glory. All right, so they're gonna draw 2. Remember, they can also like flicker that with Soul Herder. Prophetic Memory, neat. Drawing more cards. They're going to be able to buff up Yorion, I think, enough to kill me. Let's see. They've drawn 3 cards. Ooh, yeah. And then if they cast the Riddler again, Yorion gets big enough. Hell yeah. All right, this is great. So they draw another 2 cards. Prophetic Memory. Wait, what? You had lethal. All right. Listen, man. If they ain't gonna do it, then I'll do it. Two damage. And, give me my little guy. Hee They didn't take the lethal shot. It's cabbages! It's the cabbage merchant! If I cast a non-creature spell, of which there are many in my deck, let's go for that. They will get a food. And if I deal combat damage to them, they can sacrifice the food. Then use the food to make some mana. I think Cabbage Merchant's cute. I don't know how much he's actually doing in the format, though, but I guess I like that he exists. Let's use that FOMO. Drop the fetch. Nice. Yeah, I feel like this is probably a lot more fun in Commander, where you have multiple opponents to all trigger this, and a little bit trickier in something like Brawl. Oh, I probably should have gone for the Mire and Surveilled. Go, my fear of missing out. Yidam. You like the art? I think all the Cabbage Merchant art that they put out is pretty great. I'll go for Grief. Yeah, mono green food. I want to say there was like a bear that also did that stuff. Okay. Nice. So this is probably great for them. This is probably great for them. Drop the Knight of Sweets Revenge. That's probably one of the best cards in their deck. I remember I had a, was it Greta food deck? I think that was her name. It was the Golgari food lady. You think the Aether Flux in there is weird? They're going for some sort of storm thing, I think. Which, good for them. I'm going for monkey business. They're gonna eat their way all the way to the Aether Flux? Yes. Oh, yeah, okay. Guys, look, I got a food. I'm snacking. I already have 2 sort of lands in hand. Here's the Cabbage Merchant. And, gosh, I mean, I'll save Ozai for the next turn. Are you gonna make him, indestructible? Perfect. I'll give you a food. Oh, no. That makes him lose a food? Oh, yeah. You have to sacrifice it. Sorry about your snack, sir. Aww, Bloomburrow. Bloomburrow had some cool squirrels. I like that this guy has like the same kind of tail spine decorations that like Chatterfang has. The big stripes. Cool. Landfall will now get them food or treasures. And I'll swing it with everybody. I guess we should probably kill a blocker. Yeah, I can do that. Destroy that, kill that. Average merchant will make a food, but then they'll lose the food. Lands, are you right? Hate to say it, I don't think lands are the only thing not going well for the cabbage merchant. He's kind of not known for his good luck. He's kind of known for, yeah, his cabbages. GG. Oh, Harris, the Storm Spinner. That's Spider-Man 2099. Most of my mana here comes in tapped, which isn't great up until like turn 3. But I still think this is a pretty good hand. I'm going to play this Arena of Glory, next turn Emperor of Bones, and we're going to be going up against the triple striking spider. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Ooh. That's going to be dealing its damage as its power, or its power as its damage at the end step, if they play something from outside their hand, like their commander from the command zone. I would say this is one of the best just is-it tempo commanders, and it can kill people really fast, which is neat. This is also neat. I will play Vial Smasher. What is it? It's a card that deals damage when they cast spells. Oh, some prisoners, huh? Which of these do you want to steal? Last Agni Kai, Swarm Saboteur. This isn't as useful if you can't cast it from hand. Or ninjutsu it. I could see just taking a land, too. This is removal, but, like, it'll be a little bit until they can play their commander. I'm swarming over here. We'll go for Destroy Artifact, 2 damage. Fluster Storm is Fluster Storming to keep the Swarm Saboteur alive. Pass the turn. Yeah, it deals damage to a random opponent when I'm casting spells. Gee, I wonder what opponents I have. It's this one. Hiya, Harris. That's only 2 damage, so it's not enough to kill Vial Smasher. Let's see. It's not as exciting. But deal 1. Play that as a land. Tapped. Holding up Bedevil. Monkey. No more monkey. No more monkeys jumping on the bed. Yes, more monkeys. Oh, yay! This is a violently red manland. I thought it would be cool with Ozai because it gives you like a way to spend mana. Ooh, reanimate. Ooh. All of these die to a Harris. One. Yeah, this is like a fire breathing. Ragavan again. Brotherhood's End. You might just play a Harris. Depends on what else is in hand. Oh, no, they want to kill this. I mean, Vile Smasher is dealing a lot of damage. Oh, whoops. I meant to give her haste. Well, let's see if it even matters. Yeah, I meant to give her haste and I was like not clicking it. Oh, wow. Pact of Negation. That spends pretty much all their mana, which means Noah Harris to kill the Alacia. And they're leaving. Awesome. Cool. Leopold, Emissary of Trest. You know what he's going to be doing. Wheeling one-sidedly. Drawing cards when I target them or their creatures. And also stopping me from drawing cards, which makes me sad because I would like to draw cards very much. Thank you. I'm going to try to crack open this Prismatic Vista. Get myself a funky little swamp. And see what they have in their hand. Now, I would say that Duress is very helpful against Leopold because they usually have really rude cards. Alright, let's see. Damnation, Unearth, and Reanimate. I don't let you have the Unearth. I'll hit the Reanimate, though, since I oftentimes will end up with really cool cards in my graveyard. He's a dangerous noodle. Yeah. Is very dangerous. And they might be able to, like, surveil something into the graveyard that they can reanimate, too, which is worrisome. And I have a board wipe, 2 good creatures. I have, like, the inverse creature to their Uro. I have Kroxa here. Setting up Emperor of Bones discourages them ever, like, playing that out, which is neat. So I'm going to play Mr. Bones. And I'll munch up first the land, just in case they have something that brings lands back from the graveyard. And any Ice Till Explorers or anything like that. You got a land? You could cycle! They're pondering! Are you pondering what I'm pondering? Shakalaka boom? Is it... I could use a land. I think they shuffled. I think I saw their library jiggle. You go for Crucius to start ramping. Gotta go for Kroxa instead. You must discard. What's it gonna be? Unearth? Sheoldred? Uro? I'm gonna guess Unearth. Yeah. And I'll munch that from your graveyard. Swinging for 2. Care to ramp? Do you want to just play Leovold? Ooh, they got a 4th. It could be Shelly time. I don't think they'll Damnation for just this, but they might because they want to do Uro stuff. No, Leovold. Oh, Neheb, you're so cool with my commander, but I could really use a land. Yeah. Unfortunately, this will draw them a card, because it is target player. Still taking it.
I've always hated crowds.
Hit the Vista. Boop. I have 2 board wipes in hand. I think these are the only 2 board wipes in my deck. I actually considered putting in Blasphemous Act over Toxic Deluge. I feel like it's more thematic, and Ozai can, like, survive it if you cast it for, like, just 1 red. It sounds like it's really, really cool. I'm just not sure if it's actually, like, what I want in a deck. And I also keep forgetting, Blasphemous Act is in Arena. All right, so they're killing this. They have to choose between this and Liliana. It is. Yeah, it's super thematic to put Blasphemous Act in for this. I think I'll drop my I'll drop the deluge. What do you drop? I wish I had another land, because then I could escape Croxa. It's fine, it's fine. I'm gonna drop Firebending Student and get a 1-drop. Lesser. Okay, well, I'll take Fatal Push. The negative to it is that it would draw them a card if I used it to kill Leovold. The positive is it's good for killing Shellys. A mill. Is it Uro time? Yeah, push with a treasure kills Leovold or Sholdred or Ambassador of Evendo. I could kill that in response to them doing this, but I really want to save this, at least until next turn, in case I don't get a land. Good stuff's good stuffing? Sure is. Land. Put my end step stop.
I'm the best fire starter there is.
I'm holding on to the Liliana.
I'm tired of her secrets.
We drop Eyes of Sozin. Ooh, actually, I might want to wait until after that triggers. Nah, because Shoulder's not that big of a problem for me. I just hate her. Get her out of here. If they want to spend their turn bringing that back, they can. Can't the treasure turn on Revolt to activate Fatal Push? Yeah. Yeah, that's why we were saying it could kill any of those targets. But since I didn't have a guaranteed land, I was saving the treasure to play the 4-drop in my hand that can get me 2 more mana. If they hold things in hand, Croxa. Ugh, they found one of the Evendo lands. Uro time? I think it's Uro time. Hi, Uro. Oh, they're killing Crucius. Okay, slightly different plan. Kill Uro.
One of your friends has to leave.
Impending. Grab my handy dandy. Skeleton King. Play it. Exile that. +1 and deal 2 to their face. Yeah, look, I got a 4th land. Are you proud of me, Leovold? They're like, You got a 2nd one? Damn. Whenever I used Evendo, Ambassador of Evendo, it always put that on fetch lands. Considerably less impressive.
This'll be easy.
Yeah, get him. Doesn't matter. Get that Uro. Get that Uro out of here. Hi, Leovold. You coming out? Tapping... Not the islands, which is weird to me. Ah, because they want to draw 2 off of each time they tap their land. What a ridiculous ability. Mystic Sanctuary, what you want to grab? Go for the throat. Fatal Push. I mean, my commander does die to throat gophers. I think that was Fatal Push. Yeah, because that can kill Mr. Bones. Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be when you tap this for mana. It should be like, tap, draw a card as a second ability. But why would they ever do that? Are you gonna play Leovold? It's okay, I understand if you do. But please do it quickly. They push it. They still have 4 mana up. Patch the Goth! Thank you for the 43-month resub. It's a Simic card, so it has to let you draw and ramp. Yes, of course. Bitter Triumph. Losing 3. Killing Chandra, so I can't get the mana. Oh, you're making me choose between ramp and Croxa. I choose Croxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. What do you drop? I'm still dropping that. What else are you dropping?
Drop it.
Good. Please stop drawing cards. Yeah, you're right. When you tap this would also like let you put an additional land into play and shine your shoes. Ooh, and bring you a nice piece of candy. Oh, hey, Narcid, who also stops me from drawing additional cards. Not that I draw additional cards anyway. And drop 3 life. Oh, and gain 3 life. Like a certain someone. Hi, Liliana.
A fight? And you think you can win?
Bye, Croxa. Yeah, with the sheer amount of card draw they have, this is so small.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
They're spelunking. That's gonna let those lands come into play untapped. It also drew them 2. Grody.
Don't overthink.
Good news is I got a land this time. And I'll go Scald Tarn. Boop. Soon. Soon! Wow, you sure can play additional lands and they all come in untapped. They're preordaining.
Thoughtfulness before action.
There's some weird sounds coming from outside my apartment. It's a Saturday. What's going on out there? God, it's the delivery truck that is playing some very strange techno. Oh, hey, Mr. Confluence. Noted, I am not gonna get Ozai to land. Aw, pulsed. Oh no, my Cruxa goes back in the graveyard.
Me.
Approximately where it was before. Discard. What does very strange techno entail? It sounds like a guy going like you know, as they do. All right, let's see. So Liliana could kill. Jace can bounce. Doesn't matter. 7 to the face. Lovely. Yeah, dude's playing like Blue Man Group or oh gosh, what is it called? Crash? Or Stomp or something? It's a single word like things hitting stuff.
One of your friends has to leave.
5-4 mana. I'm gonna miss you. Stomp? Yeah, it sounded like it could have been Stomp. Weird sound percussion, but they're playing it really, really loud on a truck stereo, and it's like echoing up towards the apartment. No, my Liliana! Aww. Please stop drawing cards. I just want you to die so bad. Please stop drawing cards. I just want you to die. By the way, the zero ability on Jace draws 6 cards. Let's see if they realize that. Yep, there it goes. It draws 6, and you put 2 back. It's horrifying. I know, it thinks that, like, they're at 4, but my chances of actually winning this game are not very good. Do. That is kind of like Leovold. Got the card draw ability, except it doesn't actually draw a card. Ba. Maybe they'll manage to mill themselves. I mean, they're like 30 cards deeper than I am. Flare of Denial! Okay. And I think they still have Confluence. Oh, maybe they'll kill themselves like this! Wait, did I already use the red Overlord? All right. Here's how we win. I need to get Cavern of Souls and name Avatar. And then I need to play Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. Yeah? Yeah. And deal 4 damage to their face. Clive! It's a Clive! It's a Clive! You want to use Confluence? Counterspell? Okay, Counterspell. Great. Hello, I am once again casting Croxa. Hello, I am once again... A free bird? Wow. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever given to me. Thank you, Leovold. Isn't this guy nice? What a gentleman. My deck has 69 cards left. Nice. Nice. Oh, there's the conf. Why not just use Confluence to counter Croxa? They're like, I have too many cards in hand. Yeah, I think you do have too many cards in hand. Actually, you only have 28 left. 0 again. I genuinely think they're +2ing. Because they're, like, out of cards. Okay, Tamio. Hate that. They've already drawn their 3rd card this turn. But they could easily draw one next turn by, like, tapping an island. Oh, no, those are already out. They assemble the team! The top third of their library, which is only... They have 26 cards left in our deck. 25 now. It was only 9 cards. Is it rounded up? Yeah. Yeah, cast Seagate Restoration and die. Please, for me. I can't escape Croxa anymore. That's tragic. Alright, we go for the Ozai! Are you gonna kill him? Is he gonna get countered? What's the vibe here? Spike, they smack him right out of my hand. Decline, he lives in the trash now. Ozai from the top rope. Oh. Oh, hey, Scraps. Oh, no, don't shoot Scraps. That's my kitty. So they didn't give me a gift. I would have liked the gift. What's on top of my deck? Oh, it's something they didn't want me to have. Ugh, protection. Cameo flibbity bibbities. Mm-hmm. 20 cards left for anybody who cares. Well, at least Tameo's -7 is now honestly not that scary. Because it would kill them. They can kill me across, I think, 2 turns. They deal 6 and then they deal 11. And that's enough to kill me.
Is not the answer.
This is a dragon. You have a thing with reach. But look! It's a dragon. You could put it back in my hand. You could kill it. That's the Snuff. Snuff Out and Opposition Agent were 2 cards I was considering for this deck. But I was too busy putting in damage doublers because I want to kill people with Ozai. And I die. To a bird, an elf, a raccoon, and a hobbit. How rude. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. And let me say, Ozai is quite the burninator. This dude dealt some damage. He finished off games. He had a good win rate. And because he is definitely more of an aggro deck than anything else, the win rate is a lot better on the play than on the draw. But that's kind of what you would expect, especially when I was on the draw against a couple counter spell decks. I think I took those out of the video for the most part because they're not that interesting to watch, but whew, Rakdos, not so hot against that stuff. If you're having trouble, by the way, with landfall type decks, you can add in things like Opposition Agent. If you're running into a lot of mono blue counterspells, Kraza, who is a spider punk, could also go into the deck. But I really like this just kind of like Bernie version of the deck that's like, yeah, man, I'm dealing damage by casting spells. I'm playing creatures that deal damage. I have Ember Cleave in the deck because Ozai can bring out Ember Cleave on that firebending mana. I think that this is a really sweet way to use Ozai at his best by attacking, 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 and attacking again. I really like the extra combat way of playing this deck. I really like this card, Great Train Heist, since it has just 4 mana as its cost, which is perfect for hitting your opponents in the face. If you're looking for the deck list, I think I mentioned before, it's in the description of the video. And if you'd like to suggest a commander from Avatar or some of the new Final Fantasy ones added, or just one that I haven't brewed yet, because they put so many cards in Arena, please let me know. I genuinely have a glut of different cards I can start brewing, and soon we're getting Lorwyn Eclipsed. They've already started spoiling some cards, and the set comes out in just about a month. So if you're looking forward to that, please let me know what you're looking forward for too. I've actually seen a couple cards in that set ahead of time because I did some work related to the set. You'll see that eventually. And I gotta say, it's gonna be an amazing set. Like art-wise especially, wow. I can't wait for you guys to see the rest of Lorwyn Eclipsed. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.